Oh, hello. Good morning, everybody. How we all doing? Funka, Clayton, Corvick, Sapphire, Mr. Sarab, Mom and Pop. What's this button do? Good morning. We'll be working on the chess set this morning. Need to do a little bit of a touch up here on this bishop's neck so I can get that in the oven. Then we need to do the chimney and I think just the chimney and something on the peak of the roof here for this one. That one will be done, which leaves the last one of this side of the chessboard, which will be the second horse. So we need to sculpt the second horse, and then we'll probably begin designing and creating the other side. So fun. Now the side we're currently working on had a very clear vision from the client. You know, there's been a lot of directing of the creative flow of that one from the client, but she has said that I have full creative freedom with the other side of the board. So the idea has kind of set in for me to do almost like a twisted version of the characters from the main side. So, you know, like in a good bad guy fashion, it's like all the characters kind of mirror the characters on the other side, but they're almost like the evil version or evil doppelganger version. So I think that's kind of the route I'm gonna take with the design, is essentially following the same almost like build and style but just rendering it in a more, you know, chaotic way, you know. So I think it'll be fun. Yeah, let's get into it. We so the missus woke up this morning and checked Instagram and realized one of our videos of the piece we did for PlayStation had like an abnormally large amount of views all of a sudden. So let me see if I can see that. Apparently, Norman Reedus actually posted it on one of his stories. You can't see the story anymore because it was like from three or 4 days ago. But yeah, so that's pretty cool. I'm just wondering how I can see the views. I think was it that? It might have been that one. Yeah, pretty cool. I don't know. I think it's you can only really see it on the phone. Told you you'd see it. Yeah, I guess. I didn't know he was. I think Instagram stories only stick around for a day, so it's just like a little video, and then once it's gone, kind of thing, you know. I think she said there was something like 300,000 people who saw it all of a sudden. So, insights, content, or maybe not. Huh. Oh, that's interactions. Oh yeah, this one. Yeah. Okay, yeah, 300,000 views. 50% of which from non-followers. So yeah, so that was a lot of people saw it thanks to that. So you can see it right here. Oh, you can't even see the number. It's 300,000, 361,000, which is very abnormal for only 3,000 engagement. So pretty cool. Yeah, okay, yeah. So here's the other one to give you an example. Here's the this is a normal post, 35,000 views, which was the one right before, and then that one I just showed 360,000, 65,000 views. But it didn't translate into any more comments or likes or anything like that. It's, that's been one thing to really realize with the way like the internet and stuff works is, like a lot of people that aren't involved with social media, like production of social media, don't really realize how it truly works. But like that thought of like something blowing up and getting really big actually translating into anything, like that will last. That's just not how it works. Usually what it is you get something goes a little more viral, or you get a really big video, or a situation like this happens, and then you get in a little chunk of possible people that might actually come over from that, and then the hope is that over time you get enough of these that go up, and then you gain a little bit more of like kind of like your actual following, but this idea of like getting one big video or one big thing that happens, and all of a sudden you're just like riding this wave to infinity and beyond, that's just not how it works. So Just a little behind the scenes insight there. So I'm sure there was some people that came and checked out the, checked out the Instagram account, and then hopefully maybe even led them back to here. Maybe, who knows? This is the bottom of the funnel here. This is when you've reached rock bottom in the cnotbusch kingdom, the live stream. And then you're stuck here. It's like a Venus flytrap. The smell of the sweet sap draws you in, and then once you get into the deepest part, then it closes. And then you get slowly digested and become part of the workshop. Stuck between two plant petals with acid that breaks you down and turns you into raw proteins and such. Actually, the stream here is that the workshop is just an SP. It's SPC 539. we should do an SPC episode. That we have the perfect plot for it right there. Okay. So this is pretty much ready to go in the oven. I just need to clean up the neckline a little bit here. I had taken the neck off and then reattached it, but I didn't cover up the seam line here. I got stuck here after seeing a clip somewhere of your work while playing Baldur's Gate 3. Yeah, see? That's interesting. That is interesting. I always like hearing your guys' insight on like how you found the stream or what actually, because honestly, most social media people or people trying to get the word out there, we don't really know what's actually working. We're just kind of throwing stuff at the wall and hoping things stick. So it's definitely interesting to hear. So you were playing Baldur's Gate 3, and then where did the stream pop up? Like on your recommended feed? You wanted to watch something while you played? I can be one of those kind of players too, where I like to have something going on that's not too distracting, but also not, something I'm interested in, playing on the side monitors while I'm playing. Streams always are a good thing for that. A clip? You saw a clip? Okay. I wonder if it was on Instagram. You came in on a raid. You guys often join me in Starfield adventures. It makes the solo gaming less lonely when you have a stream open while you do it. Ah, yes, okay. That makes sense. Found you in the art section on Twitch. Just like scrolling through, like browsing. Ah, interesting. Okay, so that's 2 for Lizelle. Look at that. Man, we need to do more Baldur's Gate characters. Maybe anytime I do Maybe anytime I do a D&D character, we'll just label it as Baldur's Gate instead of D&D. It's pretty much the same thing, but I wonder if the keyword Baldur's Gate, works better. Top recommended. Okay. That is one positive thing Twitch has done recently it seems the recommended section works quite well. I know I found a lot of good streams that way too. Really catches on with the type of stuff I like. Gives out some pretty good recommendations. Very good insight. Thank you very much. I'll have you guys know I'm very open for any sort of insight you guys have, because you have to understand that perspective is such a powerful tool. I only have the perspective of being the streamer, the creator, so you guys have the perspective of the viewer, the user. There we go. Now we just need to, let's just use some clay glue and clean that up. Then we'll switch over to our castle face and give him a chimney. Okay, that can go right there. We're gonna start working on our other castle face here. Did this nice bay window last time. Gonna do the oh wait, let me grab the other one so we can do the chimney on the opposite side. That's a bishop. That's one of the bishops. I should probably grab them. Grab the rest of the pieces. Well, no. I'll just grab the ones we're currently kind of poking around at. This is the other bishop here. This is the Commander Crumpet here. That's why we added a book to the bottom of that one, so there's a little bit of cohesion. And he is one of the pawns that's kind of like next level with his armor, and he has a crumpet for a nice hardened crumpet for a shield, a little sausage fork for a weapon. Ready for battle. And then the thing I'm trying to make the thing that's very important to me is that the size is the same. So yeah, the same height. Oh, excuse me. Okay, so we got this guy here. Oh yeah, we could add a little window too up on the roof. Okay, so this side is the chimney. I was thinking about doing like a different style chimney. Maybe like a stone, like a crickety stone one. Possibly. Then we gotta do some sort of a cap here. Brick chimney, yeah. Maybe like cobblestone looking one. I mean, let's see. Let's browse around for the reference here. Like a janky looking cobblestone chimney. I think we'll do stone. Maybe it will be straight up. Okay. Well, let's add some armature. A piece of wire. Need a battery for the drill. Okay. Very good. Yeah, sorry about that. Okay. Let's see here. Let me drill this hole out a little bit more. Okay. The Queen's Bishop. How you doing there, She Devil? I'm doing good. Yeah. Everything's good over here. It's a beautiful day. It's a delightful day. Okay. Now we're gonna start mapping in the bricks here. Bingo. I miss Bingo Bongo. He's not even showing up for the evening streams anymore. He's out. I think he's been subscribed for longer than 24 months, so I think we're good. He can escape for a time, but he'll be back. Stuck here for forever. It's like one of those like fever dreams, you know, where he like gets out and he's like running through the field as fast as he can. He looks back and he sees the cnotbusch kingdom getting smaller and smaller. And then when he gets to the end of the field, it's like the welcome to the cnotbusch kingdom like entrance, little hanging wooden sign. So he's in that stage of like he's running through the field part right now, through clay field, you know. Welcome to cnotbusch kingdom. Okay, so now we're gonna just use this tool here, and we're going to kind of figure out the brick pattern. Still not sure what to do with the top here yet. He's the traveler. You become the traveler when you try to break free. Can you show me where the cnotbusch kingdom is? Thank you. There's nowhere else to go. Clayfield is just like a purgatory of cnotbusch kingdom. The land in between, not a destination. Oh yeah, Coraline is like that, isn't it? Irgendwer. Hello, Irgendwer. How are you? Coraline? It was for a little while there. I'm telling you, man, they really bamboozled us with all the streaming services. Think about it. Before all the streaming services existed, it was you would buy DVDs or Blu-rays, right? You'd pay one time for it, and you'd have it forever. Now it's like you're like, I kind of want to watch such and such movie, You're like, well, we can rent it for $5, or we could buy it for like 15. And you're like, yeah, I probably won't want to watch it again after that. So you just rent it, stream it for the day, and then there you go. Fast forward a couple of years, you actually want to watch it again, and you pay the rental fee again. Yeah, I mean, with the cost of streaming services nowadays, it's like you're paying the price of like you could add like two Blu-rays to your collection. Actually, not even more because since nobody really uses them anymore, the prices have gone down, and you can get pre-owned ones for even cheaper. Could really bolster a nice movie and show collection. Yeah, we did the math on how much Netflix makes each month. It's pretty insane. It's like $3 billion a month. Like, whoa, what the? Just a 3 billion a month, no problem. Yeah, yeah, I know, right? They slowly, they lost. It's like they lost grips for a minute there, and then they slowly weaseled their way back in. That's a lot of money. Yeah, I know. We did the math on it. I think it's like 300 something million subscribers with an average subscription cost of about $10. Ends up being 3 billion per month. And that's not that's just the subscriptions. Think about it. That's not including the advertisements, and that's probably making them even more money than the subscriptions, believe it or not. It's just it's crazy. Crazy type of numbers. It's so funny too, because when you calculate that out, I personally had Netflix reach out to me to want to do a project for the launch of a series they were coming out with, and they were like low ball haggling me. It's like, what are you doing? We ended up not doing anything because they just wanted too much for too little. Like, get out of here. Pay you an expo. Yeah, there's this weird expectation sometimes where it's like, oh, it should be an honor for you to do a project for us. It's kind of like that. It's like that California Hollywood mentality of like, oh, if you don't do this project for cheap, there'd be like 10 more people we can, get instead that will. It's like, yeah, all right, well, good luck with that. I'll work with companies that, actually want to pay me a livable wage. Pizza party? Oh, yeah, has Ambi? Me too. Yeah, this is the two rooks here. One happy, one grumpy. The grumpy one has a beautiful bay window, but a square door. We should make a whole kingdom where the residents are the actual houses or the buildings. Kind of like a Thomas the Train vibe, but like, you know, labyrinth. Or like a labyrinth-esque Thomas the Train show. But it's like kingdom like houses, and like the bakery looks like a bakery guy with a big mustache and a hat, you know. All the different buildings being the roles. I could see it. The condemned building is the you know, like a scruffy homeless guy. Who would be the main protagonist? It has to be the average. The main protagonist of like Thomas the Train is always like, just like, not the biggest train, not the smallest train. Something right in the middle. Relatable on both ends. Then you have this giant castle keep guy who's just like super like bossy and just yelling at everybody the whole time in the middle of the kingdom. I have decreed. Evil HOA. The king. The king of the castle faces is the castle himself. Cozy little cottage house is the grandma. Yeah. With the thatch roof, you know. Make the thatch roof look like her hair, you know. Oh, and then the glasses would be like these round windows, you know. I could see it. Rounded windows with the little cross on. Oh man, this might be idea book worthy. So let's write it down just in case. Never assume you will remember an idea. Always write it down. But my idea book is buried. Aha. One of my idea books, at least. I have a pocket-sized idea book. I have a stack of them right here. They have a place. Nice, like taking a look at some old ones. Mm-hmm. Ah, old doghouse. Oh yeah, here's our barbarian character aspiring to be a mage. Big brutish barbarian using an axe-sized staff. Like he is a full-fledged barbarian, but he's like he doesn't want deep down inside he wants to be a wizard or a mage. So he's like trying to like transition. Oh yeah, character that ripens tomatoes, painting green to red. like a little fairy character that paints all the goes around every day painting the tomatoes different shades, different colors. I think that's where we're at. Yeah. Okay. Let's see here. Hey, what's up, Norse Eric? We put in a little bit of work on the dragon head yesterday and got it to a baking stage. Cleaned up the detail, got it baked, so we'll be able to start the next section this Friday. All right, so the idea is we'll say castle face. Castle face village. There we go. Got it. Locked in. There's something to be said about taking action on your ideas. That is a form of taking action. Just writing it down at the bare minimum. If you have a good idea, write it down. It was at the end of evening last night. We went over just kind of cleaned things up, went over the details, and got it into the oven first time. I was happy with it by the end of Friday, but I try not to bake it right away because sometimes you just need to you need to let it sit for a minute and then look at it again with fresh eyes. So we did that yesterday and it pretty much looked good. There were just a few little tweaks and changes. Well, what happens is if you don't write down your ideas, you're gonna find the time to do an idea, and then you're gonna draw a complete blank on what idea to actually take action on. It's like making yourself a creative playbook to draw inspiration from. If you know you ever find yourself in a situation where you just want to make something but you don't have the idea. I mean, I always have this illusionary like there's going to be this time where I actually have to execute these ideas. You never know. Maybe one day it will happen. You know, years in the future. I could see starting to free up some like commission slots for executing my own ideas as opposed to doing commission work. Especially if we do it with the idea of not just, you know, if we're also doubling it up and maybe producing a YouTube video or something along to go with it, then I can justify the time. You know, kind of building for the future. I could see that working out. Or you never know, maybe I'll get a client that just wants me to execute one of my, I've had that happen before. A client that wants me to just do one of my own inspired ideas. And they're willing to back it or fund it. Then I'll have a whole treasure trove list to give them to choose from. I can't tell you how many. There's actually been a few commissions I've gotten from people that were just ideas that I was talking about an idea on stream, and then somebody messages me and says, "Hey, let's make it happen." Yeah, I was thinking about making a Discord channel for that. Free sculpts for everyone. How very generous of you, Jones. Jones is gonna make sculptures for everyone. Quite generous. That's true. Frodo's severed finger artifact. You know, we need to find somebody who's like a nail biter. You know, that's got like those little Frodo nails. And then we do a life cast of their finger, okay? And then we make it out of silicone so it looks very realistic. Then slap a one ring on there, do a little bit of painting, and boom, we got it. Get to chewing. I want Frodo's severed finger. The display case would have to be part of the piece, though. You know, it had, maybe some sort of container that hangs on the wall that displays the finger, and then maybe like a LED light coming from the top down. You know, a nice little glass container, something enclosed. Maybe the wood containment looking maybe a little bit like elvish. Some elvish craftsmanship there. Oh yes, a fine specimen. Frodo's finger. Lying on a cosplay pillow, painted the colors of the Crown Royal bag. I was imagining red, but I guess I could see purple. More of like a red, suede, red suede, velvety red color. Wine red pillow. No, I think something like this needs to be it needs to be molded and casted in silicone, and the pillow in which it lies needs to be real fabric. Oh, there we go. The crinkled can Witch King helmet. Just like this super tiny, compact, crinkled, dark metal. You know, like the squished head of the Witch King. Somebody just like picked it up on the battlefield. Like, what is this little thing? The Witch King's helmet. Compacted into a tiny little implosion. Sauron's finger. Oh yeah, you're right. But no, it turns to that one turns to ashes. We see that one get destroyed. We don't see the Witch King's helmet, crinkled helmet, actually like disintegrate. Nor do we see Frodo's finger disintegrate. It's just laying on the ground somewhere there in the Mount Doom area. Mount Doom explode. Yeah, but we didn't see if somebody came and grabbed it before then. Or if there was some like creature that just picked it up off the ground, you know? Maybe even an eagle. No, that was before the eagles came. like a janitor orc coming through, you know. And he's like, oh, ooh, what's this? A little snack. Blown to Gondor. You know the cave troll you see running away at the end, you know? After the tower falls. Yeah, he's got it. You can actually, if you zoom in really close, you'll see Frodo's finger like attached to his belt. Those cave trolls. The custodian orc, yeah. There needs to be an alternate ending for Lord of the Rings where like after the dust settles and Frodo's just having a good time in like the tavern in the Shire, he gets like a chest burster experience. It's a Shelob babies just like burst out of his chest. I mean, there was a lot of time there where Frodo was in Shelob's hands, just saying. And then like the Shire just becomes this like spider kingdom. That's a whole nother story. Shelob's still alive, right? Yeah, I don't think Shelob gets killed. Does it say what happens if anything happens to Shelob in the books? I love the little addition to the lore that Return to whatchamacallit, Return to Moria adds. You know, Return to Moria is a game that's based on like dwarves coming back to Moria after the fall of the evil has fallen, and they're going to reclaim Moria. Sheila wants to start a small internet cafe on the coast. Interwebs. All right, now I'm curious. Wonder if there's any crumbs of information. He does not explicitly describe what happens to Shelob. There are some clues about her fate. Okay. In the two towers, there's a passage that suggests that Shelob was gravely wounded by Sam, but not killed. She fled into the darkness of her lair, and her ultimate fate is left ambiguous. Right. With Sauron's fall and Mordor's ruin, the power that sustained many dark creatures in Middle-earth begins to fade. This includes creatures like the Nazgul and possibly Shelob. Oh yeah, technically the Nazgul are still around, huh? Tolkien hints in his letters that she likely lived on for a time, but her strength would have waned eventually without the corrupting power of Sauron's dominion. She may have withered away, starved, or been destroyed by other forces. So we don't really know. Interesting. Interesting. Hey, what's up, Fee? How you doing? So, Cancer. Yeah. Waking up. Good morning. Okay, let's do the top of this. Top of this chimney. It is 9:47 a.m. where I am from. Have you ever been asked to make Disney characters? I don't think so. Not that I can recall. I mean, technically Marvel is Disney, right? Not well, now it is. I don't know if it was back when I did some Marvel characters. Could I make anything that Disney owns? Yeah, you have to understand. The work I do is custom. You know, it's commissioned work, and it's up to the client what it is that I do. You know, one-off pieces is not something that is what's pursued. A lot of people, you know, they have this thought of like how things work with all of that, but it's just not reality. You know, most of the issues that people have dealing with like copyright and stuff like that have to do with making something, producing it, and then selling it. You know, but in the realm of custom work, it's someone comes to me, commissions me to make something. I make it for them, that specific person only, and that's it. You know, there's no like actual public like posting of me saying I'm selling this Disney character or that thing or this thing. You know, it's I do custom work, and what you want to get made that's custom, that's up to you. So. It's a pretty safe way to go about doing things. Yeah, but even then, that happens all the time, and people, you know, don't really. Definitely more of a chance to get more, like, get some heat for doing that, but that happens all the time as well. Usually without any issues. I mean, go to any sort of convention, you're gonna see tons of artists producing and selling unlicensed work. It's just a part of the fan art is just part of the environment. Have you ever used cosplay with a wire slash screen mesh as an armature? I have used mesh before, wire mesh. I have, yes. I don't like it though. I prefer using other methods like aluminum foil. Wire mesh, working with wire mesh is not fun. It leaves these tiny little sharp pieces of wire everywhere, and it produces a texture. So like say you're trying to make a thin like wing membrane or something using the wire mesh. When you lay the clay down on there, you see the bump texture of the wire mesh through, you know, like you can see through it. It's very difficult to get rid of that. So I much prefer using like the method I use for wings now is aluminum foil with some sort of adhesion between two sheets of aluminum foil. So whether that's hot glue, super glue, or I've even seen people using like a foil tape with the sticky back of the foil tape, kind of like smushed together. But the reason I prefer hot glue is I just know it's okay. It's okay within the heat, you know. It's not going to create any sort of fumes or nothing. So even though I have to kind of deal with the hot glue reheating and potentially leaking, I don't know. It works pretty good. Okay, we need to cut a little window here. Okay, I'll go refill my coffee. I will be right back. Don't go nowhere. Okay. What do you think cnot's favorite step in his process? Maybe the sketch. I think I actually think my favorite step is when we've done the sketch, we've built the armature and the base figure, and we're at the point where we're starting to work through each kind of detail section. So, like we're starting to do the, each section of the character one at a time. That kind of sectioned approach, I think, where it's like, okay, all the hard work of like proportions and overall shape is done, and we're just kind of laying down detail and designing. So I'd say that's probably my favorite step. Which, to be honest, is the majority of the time spent. So hey, what's up, Spring? Epic is giving Civilization 6 next. Oh, like giving it away for free? Really? Giving away. Really? Interesting. How very generous of them. Well, I wonder what's the goal, to get people to use the Epic launcher or something? Oh, yeah. So what's that, like game assets? Like models and stuff like that? Like base models? Maybe textures or particle effects? Platinum edition. Ooh. I think I played a bit of Civ 5. Wonder how 6 is. Hey, Bandito. Good day, my friend. Okay, we just gotta do brushing now, and that one should be good. Okay, now let's add some sort of a cap onto the roof here, and maybe a little window here or something. No custom board, just the pieces. The commission is just for the pieces. These are the rooks. This is the bishop right here. One of the bishops. Today's kingdom word of the day is leal. Faithful and honest, loyal and true. Like I've always said, CNOT is a real leal deal. Leal. I wonder if it's like a word that eventually turned into loyal. I don't want your loyalty. I want your lealty. Hey, what's up, Mr. 18 Vix? How you doing, my friend? All right, let's add a window, and then I think that'll be pretty good. Mr. Greg, good morning. Oh, look at that. So it does come from loyal. Or leal. It's the origin of loyal. Momore. Hello, Momore. Still weak on pop culture. Plant identification for 500.
Well met, loyal friend. You've made a real impact on the realm. Thank you for your contributions.
Savage Dad, hey, thank you so much, man, for the tier 3 subscription. Good morning. One of the one of the few, one of the tier 3. Thank you very much for your above and beyond support, my friend. I very much appreciate that. You get to choose between Bat, Skull and Bones, and Mermaid Tears. Choose wisely. The tears of a mermaid. Do you think the tears of a mermaid are salty or not salty? I wonder. Us being humans living in a non-salty environment, our tears are salty, but would a mermaid's tears be salty? I vote salty. Yeah, probably. Let's see. A heavy crown weighs less than a restless heart. A heavy crown weighs less than a restless heart. Oh. Interesting. That's a deep one. I'm not sure what you mean there. Are you trying to give me some sort of a pitch right now, Momore? Ponders. That's a heavy one. Yes, thank you very much, Savage Dad. Thank you for supporting my work so very much. Oh. I could use him too. Ah, you're so kind, Momor, to share such knowledges with me. How very gracious of you. More MSGE, like pure fish sauce. Like a soy sauce flavored tears. You know, there's probably something to that, Subtle Cow, because, you know, MSG is a natural occurring substance that's found in things like anchovies and particularly a type of seaweed that's where they kind of extract the MSG from. It's also why anchovies on pizza is a thing, I think. MSG is kind of like a salt. It makes everything around it taste better. So when you put anchovies on pizza, it really just makes the pizza taste better. It's not about putting fish on pizza. It's just about making the pizza taste better. My question would be raw honey and ginger antibacterial and stomach soothing. Yes. Weeping bitter tears. Okay. Very good. I'd say this one is finished. We'll get this tossed in the oven alongside this one right here. Oh, I do have to. Our fella here is missing an ear. I think we need to. Well, we'll worry about that later. But we're gonna sculpt the next one of him. Same type of character, but we're just gonna do a slight variation. Oh, we gotta fix that too. So we'll begin the next one of this guy here. Looks like we use some beads for the eyes. Van Gogh Night. Yeah, it just wasn't connected very well, so it popped off. I just don't know where it went. Okay. I think a good opportunity to make a variation here is to do something different with the hair. Maybe the pauldrons. But let's get these two in the oven, and then we'll begin our next chess piece. I'll be right back. right. Hey, what's up, Action? Need the drill. All right, where's that drill bit? Where did I put it? Hey, Black Jam. Yeah, kind of. I mean, it's not necessarily. Sometimes they're smaller, but a lot of times I try to make them similar size to what the actual finished piece is. But yeah, I do sculptural sketches. Did you have a question pertaining to those sketches, I imagine? Well, I'm not sure the millimeter, but I use a good gauge wire for larger pieces is like a 16 gauge, and if it's really large, then 14 gauge. You just have to do conversion to find out what millimeter that equals. Okay. Then I had a longer piece somewhere. Oh, no. Maybe we should let's make a larger piece of this. No, not soft. I mean, I do like softer clays for certain reasons, but medium firm is my go-to firmness. But I like extra firm too, I really do. This last time I got an order from Cost Clay, I did half medium firm, half extra firm, and I enjoy both. Certain circumstances I prefer the medium firm, and other circumstances I prefer the extra firm. But they both can be used for everything. So it's really just a kind of like a slight preference. Okay. Use some steel stick to solidify it here. Okay, need a glove. Difference between vinyl and nitrile gloves is that adhesives don't stick to nitrile like tape and band-aids. The more you know. I mean, I tend to only use a pair of gloves once or twice anyways. They usually rip or tear, sometimes even after one use. Interesting. I'm not even sure what these ones are. Couldn't tell you. We just need this to harden here. Then we'll begin sculpting the horse's face. Yeah, some people aren't they allergic to the vinyl? Oh no, it's latex. Yeah, it's latex. That's why vinyl became more of a thing. Get some of these same beads for that we use for the eyes. I think we use those ones. Yeah. Almost fully hardened here. Hey, thank you. I got the bishop here. The rook. And the knight. A bit of warp on my door. All right, there we go. Now it's hardened. Oop. These ones are metal. You can use wood. It's really just about having a hardened sphere of some sort. That's just the right size that you need. Yeah. A beautiful carousel horse. Unicorn and a dragon. That'd be cool. Is it a horse? Yes.
Listen closely, traveler, to what I say. Twitch Prime does not even cost a dime.
Oh, yeah. Sorry about that. Marquez, thank you so much, my friend. I very much appreciate that. Thank you for continuing to support what I do. Thank you very kindly. Yeah, I was muted. Whoops. Muted. There you go. almost muted again. It's because this cough I have makes me mute all the time. Forget. Let me go refill my beverage and we'll continue. I think this is looking pretty good. We're definitely on the right track. All right, I'll be right back. Hey folks, sorry to abruptly have to leave like this. I have to take a call, and I feel like it's gonna take a little bit longer. So I'm gonna have to. Oh, it looks like the stream disconnected. Nice. That's weird. That seems like the second time it's done that. I wonder if they're working in the area. But yeah, I gotta take a call, unfortunately, folks. So I'm gonna get out of here, and I'll join you guys this evening. And yeah, I'll see if I try to get this horse head done at some. We'll sneak it in some point this week, so we can jump into the armor and stuff next time. We were gone and back again. Okay. Yeah, sorry for the abrupt end there. It's just very important, and I don't want to miss it. Let's see, where can I leave you? Yeah, I'm gonna drop you guys off with Evan. All right, everybody. I'll be back 6 p.m. Central Time. We'll be working on Skeleton Pirates this evening, so we'll see you then. Get that raid going here. Till next time, friends. Bye-bye.